Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Not a Problem podcast. I'm your host, the MF Gamer, with Jingboy7 for
Hi.
the channel, Jingboy7. If you're wondering how this works, it's weekends, so Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays are the only times that these are posted, not every week. If you comment on the video that's posted on YouTube, your question, if you ask a question, could be featured as the question of the day for the next stream. Moving on.
Hold on. You might want to make the party invite only.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Jamie, there's this guy named Jamie I know. He will likely try joining. All right, because he's
Yeah,
messaging me right now.
all right.
Oh, that's
Sorry about
cute.
that. So I'm gonna start off with the question of the day, which is, what is the first video game you ever played?
Me? Can I raise my
Yeah,
hand?
you.
Who, me?
Yeah, yeah. Person I'm talking
First
to.
video game I've ever played. Um,
Yes.
I don't know if Minecraft counts. I know it's Minecraft. I played that back when I was like 3.5, but I played
Hmm.
it on the iPad before it was
Hmm.
completely released. I don't know if that
I think it
counts.
still counts.
Okay.
I
The
think it
second
counts.
video game, which would have been my other answer, is Mod Nation Racers on the PS3. I love that game so much.
Mine is Lego Batman 1 on my DS.
Oh, that game was awesome. I had that on the PSP.
I don't know what a PSP is, to be honest, though.
It's a piece of shit. That's what it is.
Well, it's like you.
Yeah.
Okay. I the one of the first game I played on console was Medal of Honor on the PS2. What was the first game you played on a console? Was that Modern Racers you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Not Mod
Okay.
Nation Racers. I don't know what that is,
I'm
but Mod
sorry.
Nation Racers is what I first played on console. My dad got that game for me and him when I was 4. My dad used to play a lot of Assassin's Creed and other games, and that's not exactly kid friendly for a 4-year-old. And little kid
Yeah.
me always wanted to play video games with my dad because you know,
Oh.
I was like, oh, it must be fun if my dad's doing it all the time. So he just got me the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. On my PS2, we had like Tekken 3, Medal of Honor, and some
Yeah.
Teen Titans game that was top down. I played them like all day long. Okay.
What
Good story.
is your alt account on Xbox the Iron Giant? Like
Hmm.
it's the profile
That's
picture.
Megatron. His picture is Megatron.
It looks like the Iron Giant,
I can see that. All
but
right.
like
Facts of the
mean.
day. Facts of the day. Did you know that tobacco brands like Marlboro, uh, they turned Formula One racing into a global sport because technically putting their logos on the cars was able to evade taxes. Like they were allowed to advertise cigarettes by putting the logos on the cars. And that's one of the reasons that racing became so popular because they would push it so hard by paying a bunch of money to try to get it on TV.
Cool.
It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I read that the other day. That was funny. All right, you ready to play the first game of the stream?
Okay. Yeah, it's
This is the good, great, okay, and bad. I'm gonna pull the games.
the good, the bad,
We
and
have
the ugly.
we have Five Nights at Freddy's 1.
I
We
don't
have
have.
Fortnite.
I have that on the PS4 actually. I do have
We
Fortnite
have
on the
Five Nights at
Xbox.
Freddy's 1, Fortnite, Roblox, and Far Cry 1. I've never played Far Cry 1.
I don't
Have you?
have Far Cry 1. I've never played it.
Okay, well, my sister didn't know what all, so I'm just gonna put that one away and we'll draw a different one.
Okay.
Battlefield 1. I've never
Never
played
played it.
Battlefield 1.
The only Battlefields I've
Why
played
all the old
are
games?
Battlefield 4, which I played like 10 minutes of, and Battlefield
Oh,
5, which I only
alright.
played multiplayer of.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna put great automatically. It's gotta be Red Dead Redemption
Yeah.
2, right? I mean, 50 Game of the Year awards. My good? Oh my god, I don't know whether to do Fortnite or Five Nights at Freddy's as the good, as the
No,
good game.
Fortnite is like bottom of the list for me.
I'm gonna put FNAF as good because of the amount of nostalgia it brings me.
All right, wait, what were the other options?
It's Red Dead Redemption 2, Five Nights at Freddy's 1, Fortnite, and Roblox.
Okay, Roblox. Yeah, I'd list it in the same list that you have, except Roblox is third and Fortnite's fourth.
Okay.
So mine's Red
I'll
Dead
say
2, FNAF, Roblox, Fortnite.
if you're watching the video, comment what order you'd put them in.
If you've
All
played the
right.
games. If you haven't
Yeah.
played the
No.
games, then you don't get to say.
If you haven't played the games, instead of watching this video, go play the
Yeah,
games.
get the fuck out of
Because
here and
come on,
actually play
man,
the game.
who hasn't played FNAF? Like any of them, at least. I feel like you've had to have at least played one FNAF. There's no way anyone hasn't played FNAF.
I think even my mom has played it before.
Wow.
'Cause I
All right.
made her play it when I was little.
You made her.
I'm like, you need to play this.
Play it right now. Have you played Atomfall?
No. Oh, well, I've seen videos about it.
Well, it released on console the other day on
It
Xbox, and
did.
I decided to play it. I played it for about an hour and a half.
It looked
My
cool.
thoughts on it: the combat system is, mwah, I love it,
Okay.
but I feel like they went too far with way too much combat. The combat is kind of slow and moderately difficult, but the problem is like first like 30 minutes you fight like one guy at a time, and then suddenly fucking you getting 5 6 people attacking you all at once. You're like, dude, I'm not ready for this. Like they give you like a fucking baton and like a revolver that has like 3 bullets, and I'm like, I'm not ready for this. There's like 5 of them over there. They're like, be stealthy.
Oh,
No, I don't want
I'm
to
looking
be
at the
stealthy.
reviews right now, and they're not great.
No, it's a pretty okay game. It's just kind of another run of the mill RPG kind of thing.
Okay.
I don't know. So
That
here's
looks
the
cool,
next one.
though.
What movies have you watched recently?
New ones or like rewatched movies?
Either or is fine.
I've seen John Wick. I've seen Rise of the Planets of the Apes with James Franco.
Is that one good?
It was all right. Nothing really.
Well,
It I feel like it didn't really. It was more of like a setup movie for setting up sequels. It didn't really feel like they went
oh,
anywhere at the end. Um,
okay. Would you recommend watching it?
I mean, it was all right. Yeah, sure.
I mean, it's all right. The John Wicks that you mentioned, I would recommend watching all 4 of them in one sitting.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
what else did I watch? I watched The Naked Gun. I
Oh,
watched
those movies were so
Spaceballs. I watched. I know I watched another one. I watched like the last quarter or last fifth of the Assassin's Creed movie. It
There's an
was.
Assassin's Creed movie.
It's horrible.
Tell me Nolan North plays himself. I mean, like,
No,
come on, man. He's an actor. Just get him for that.
no. The funny thing
Pay him
is
the big
like it
bucks.
was like the part I saw. Maybe the rest of the movie's amazing, but what I saw was not at all good.
That sounds awful, to be honest. I just feel like an Assassin's Creed movie would be so boring.
Well, I
Like, as
mean,
fun as it
the
is, I
games
feel like the
are
fun part
awesome.
about Assassin's Creed is the fighting, the combat system. It's, like, so well put together.
Yeah.
But I feel like a movie would just be kind of, meh. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, because for me, the single player game I've been playing recently is I've been plugging out my old Xbox, and I've been playing some more Assassin's Creed. I think it's 3. Is that the one where he plays the Indian?
Yeah, Connor Kenway
Yeah.
killing just
Yeah, I
armies of
have been
guys.
playing that so much. It is so fun.
Yeah, they
What
my favorite one is Assassin's Creed 2. That one's awesome. With Ezio.
what yeah. Well,
But
what single player game have you been playing lately, if at all any? I'm sure you've played some Odyssey, that's for sure.
yeah, Odyssey's really fun. I love Odyssey, but it doesn't feel very Assassin's Creedy. Um,
Not really.
one I want to play, it's the newest one, Shadows in Japan. I don't care what other people say, but I've seen Corey Kentron play. I've seen a couple other gameplay videos on it. It looks so fun. Like it looks really fun. I really want to get it. It's way different, but I don't care. I want to play it. I'm gonna look at
I just
single player. I have not been playing anything single player the past couple weeks.
I love single player games. I just will play the heck out of them.
Let me look more. Um, no, I've
This has
only
a
been playing
3.3 review.
multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I do mainly focus on multiplayer. I do count Minecraft as single player sometimes because, I mean, a lot of time I'm just sitting on my computer playing one of my Minecraft worlds that I got.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hate to be a little dull, but
Yeah, I just
uh,
haven't played anything single player. Only Call of Duty and
Adam Fall was obviously single player, and
yeah.
it was okay. I
Well, I've
mean,
been playing lots of Phasmophobia by
which is at
myself.
time if you're playing alone. I don't mean just single player, but like more or less, what game have you been playing lately without like not playing it because your friend wanted you to play it?
Okay, yeah, Phasmophobia and like, will Call of Duty count? Then
Yeah.
okay,
Well,
Call of
depending
Duty
on
and
the one. I know you've been
Phasmophobia.
playing 2019 a lot.
I've barely played any of it. There's
All right.
so many level
No, no.
1000 PC sweats in that.
Oh
So,
yeah. So next question: would you rather do some "Will you press the button" or do you want to play Who said it?
I feel like we should probably explain what both of those are.
I'll explain what they both are, but you make a decision which one you'd rather
The
do.
button one. That one sounds.
Okay. If you don't know, you must live under a rock if you don't know. But will you press the button is you have an option. It says what it is, but there's always a but, and you'll
Oh yeah,
understand when we get a little bit more into
I
it.
know what you mean now.
Here's the first one. You are married to the love of your life. You both are happy, and neither of you cheat. But you can't have any children of your own. Even adoption is impossible. I'm
Are we
pressing the button.
still allowed to like have
It
fun?
doesn't specify, so I'd say yeah. I'd say so. It just
Yeah,
you
then I'm
can't. No
pressing the
children
button.
will ever be birthed, and yeah, I'm pressing the button for sure. 69% of people, ironically, agree.
That's a bit of a
69% right.
coincidence.
Yes, it is. You can have any superpower you'd like, but it drains your life every time you use it. Like every time you use it, you have less life.
No. Well,
You
actually,
live for a
maybe.
shorter time. You just use your power as much as possible, and you're dead in like 2 days.
Yeah,
And I
maybe.
feel like it would depend more on like how quickly it drains.
Yeah, and like, is it like 1 second away of your life, or is it like a whole year? You know?
We'll just say per second of use is per second of life.
In that case, that's not too bad.
Well, I don't know how to range it. I would choose the ability to travel the multiverse. So, like, if I just get bored, I can just, travel a couple years
Wouldn't
to
that
get to go
mean
to a new
though
world.
that while the whole time you're in the other verse, the other universe, that means that your life is draining?
Ooh, that's a fair point. Would it be the initial portal open? So
Yeah,
I was thinking
would it
it's
be
like the
you
initial
just
portal.
initially traveling, or would it just be your whole entire stay in the other realm?
I don't know, but I'm pressing the button because
I'm
I mean
not.
I don't have to use it.
I'm not.
Okay, you pay $10 million to attend 1 year of incredibly intensive combat, survival, and weapons training. But why is that the good thing? I don't get that. I get ten
What?
million dollars to you get $10 million to have to intensively work and learn combat, survival, and weapons training, but once a month for the next 10 years you are randomly selected by the world government to kill people will be sent to kill you every month for the next 10 years. But I got $10 million
Yeah, ten
and a
million
bunch
dollars.
of
Duh.
combat
Yeah,
training.
I'll press the button.
I want this because
It'll add
I would
excitement
totally
to my
love
life.
to have a free reason to kill people once a month. I get a free kill. I mean, come
Okay,
on, man.
psychopath.
That's awesome.
That's me.
Live it in
Really.
any fantasy world for any book or movie, but you have to be the most dull and lame character from that book or movie. I'm still taking it.
Um,
I'm taking it.
what if every character's just dull and boring?
I have a bad feeling that the world you want to pick is very, very colorful.
Yeah, it probably is. I mean, yeah,
um,
I'll press
I'm
the
pressing the
button.
button.
Yeah, see
Most
what
people
happens.
disagreed.
See if I meet new people,
Yeah, meet new
Yeah.
people. You
See
receive
what's
the
going
ultimate
on.
knowledge. Yeah, yeah. You receive ultimate knowledge of the universe and the reason for life, but you get become extremely depressed.
Well, I'm
Whoa,
already extremely
you
depressed, so
become
might
more
as well give me the
depressed.
other half.
Oh, well, there you go. You get to meet your favorite musician, but they haven't showered in a week and they aren't wearing pants. No, please. No,
Yes,
please.
please.
No, my favorite artist
No,
is
I'm not
Eminem.
pressing
No,
the button.
please. I would not. No, I would not be okay with that.
I don't really
If your
have a
favorite artist
favorite
is like,
musician.
if your favorite musician is like Ice Spice or something, you're like, yeah, 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 yeah. But other than that, no.
Ed Sheeran, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ed Sheeran just I love the shape of.
Kale shows up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, to be honest.
The
You can
audience doesn't know who
travel.
Kale is, so
Kale is the little ginger man.
gingerbread.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about actually. You can travel space and time infinitely, but you can never return to you can never return to home. Like you can't ever come back to Earth.
No, I'm not doing that. I
I
like my
agree.
home.
You become king of your town, but everyone hates you. No, what?
Everyone already does
No.
hate me.
You're gonna press the button because you're already hated.
Yeah.
I'm not pressing the
These are
button because
downsides.
what's the
I thought
point of
this was
that?
just life. My voice is
Dude, I'm pressing
cracking
this
so
button.
much, dude.
Junk food is good for you, but healthy food is not good for you. I'm taking that all day. I will eat nothing but gummy bears for the
Um,
rest of my life.
well,
Junk food becomes
would
good for you. Healthy food becomes bad for you.
would you
I'm
still
completely
throw
cool
up
with
if you?
that.
What if you ate too many hot dogs? Would you still throw up?
Oh yeah, it's just like it's just gives you the effects of healthy food comparatively.
Nah, I would not take that because I still like apples and I like fruits and stuff still. So
Better than ice cream.
yeah, actually,
Okay.
so ice cream makes me feel bad after I eat it.
I don't know if that'll happen in the other way around, but okay.
No, I'm not
Like when
pressing
you
the
get
button.
sick and it's not
I'm saying
unhealthy.
no. I will not press the button. I want things to be
I'm
normal.
pressing the button. I'm forcing us to have this. We have to.
You're a fucking lunatic. That's why.
You become rich and famous, and you are adored by everyone, but you watch your significant other brutally murdered and can't save them. No, I don't have a significant other, so I'm pretty good.
I don't
I
know.
am your significant other.
I do like my imagination, so I'll say no. I won't press the button.
I mean, ugh.
I like the
You can
hallucinations
help.
I see in the middle of the night. They're fine. I don't want to watch them get murdered.
You can help anyone find their true love, but you can never have true love. I'm gonna going no on that one. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
You go to the worst place imaginable, but all your loved ones can live forever as long
No,
as they want to live.
no,
They can.
screw all my
I'm
loved
pretty good on
ones.
that one. Sorry, buddy, you're dying.
Yeah.
Sorry, pal. All right, last one, and then we'll move on. You can travel the universe. Oh, what's going on there? You can travel the universe with friendly aliens and see things mankind won't ever see for another million years, but you'll be the only human on board and you would never be able to go back to Earth. We kind of did this earlier. I think the
No.
answer is still no.
Yeah, it's still no for me.
Okay, moving on. Want to tell a story? Can I go first? Mine's pretty funny.
Yeah.
So, yesterday, me and my uncle were working on the porch, and we had this plastic lattice laying on the ground because we were going to put it at the bottom so the dogs couldn't get under it. My
Yeah.
uncle is sitting there, and all of a sudden, he turns around, and there's a pig, a little pig, like maybe half-foot tall pig, sitting there trying to eat the lattice. Like, he's just munching down on
What?
it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what? Why? And we try to shoo the pig, and it's like, no, man, this is mine. It keeps like trying to eat the lattice. We shoo it off eventually. Like 20 minutes later, it's back trying to eat the lattice. Then finally, the neighbors take their pig and put it inside the house. But it was a really cute little piggy. It was a little black pig, really hairy. It
That's
was kind
funny.
of funny.
Oh, it's one of the hairy ones.
Yeah, I did give it a little scritchy scratch.
Yeah, the
It was too cute not
hairy
to.
ones are weird.
They're all weird. Pigs are just weird.
Yeah,
Reminds me
I mean
about,
they kind
may I
of
have some oats, brother?
are.
Do you have a story to tell, my friend?
I've got two. Um,
Okay, that's good.
they're a bit um out of left fields though. I don't.
Okay, man.
Well, one's more of like a ghost story. They're both
I'm good with
true
that.
stories. One's more spooky. The other one's a bit more gruesome. And
Just go for them both.
both, I'll just
Yeah,
go with the
we
ghost
got
one.
time. We're only 20 minutes in, so we almost need to stretch it out. I didn't
All right.
realize
So
how quickly we would move through time.
I don't. I want to make it clear. I'm not like a ghost person. I don't really believe much in like ghost stuff.
Yeah, me neither.
I mean, maybe there is something that humans haven't fully discovered yet. But anyways, I just heard someone scream outside. Anyways, um, it was like the middle of the night, and I'm like listening to music. I'm jamming out some tunes, and I've got these like plastic skeletons in my room because I'm, a lunatic. And
Hmm.
and I was like going around just looking at random stuff in my room, listening to music, and I walk up to like one of those skeletons. I'm not too far away, but I'm not too close. And I was like looking at it, and I noticed its arm seemed to be like twisting in a way, and I wanted to make sure like I wasn't just seeing things because I probably was. I walk up to it, and it
Hmm.
looks like it like reached out for me. It probably didn't. I was probably just super tired, but freaked
Uh-huh.
me out. I went back onto my bed and was just sitting there staring at it, just going like, "What happened?" You know? And
That.
I see this dark shadow thing. Once again, probably me seeing things. Go in the corner, my peripheral vision, up by my right, and I look over at it, and there's a picture I have on my wall. It was super
Hmm.
dusty at the time, the picture frame. And I'm sitting there staring, and I start looking at the picture frame to help calm me down because it's a picture of me and my mom when I was like a tiny baby in the photo. But I'm sitting there staring, looking at the photo, and a little splotch appears in the dust. And
Oh, like
whenever
a
I think of
fingerprint?
this memory, it makes my eyes water because it's so creepy. And I think, oh, um, why is there a water splat? Like, what happened? What kind of water drop is that? To look up at the roof, there's no water leaking. I don't see any water. And so I put my finger not completely over the splotch, but like halfway over the splotch. It's bone
Hmm.
dry. And when I lifted my finger
Oh
off
my.
and saw my fingerprint, I realized it was a fingerprint that appeared in front of me in the dust. And
To be honest, I just felt a chill go all the way down
I
my
know,
back when you
it
said that.
sounds fake, but I swear it's real.
I believe
I
you.
thought I was crazy. I went to bed. I don't know how I fell asleep. I woke up in the morning, immediately looked at it. It's still there. I wiped off the dust like a few months afterwards though, so it's not there anymore. But yeah, like every day for so long, I just look at the picture frame, they'll see fingerprint is still there. And every time I think of it, it just makes my eyes water because like what the hell did I just witness?
That is.
The other
That is
stuff that could have
so
supposedly
creepy.
been a hallucination, was it really me just being tired, or was it like actually something else? Like
Do
it's
you have? I mean, could you possibly have like low level, some sort of low level psychosis?
probably.
Because I
Well,
mean,
the
you
thing.
did put your finger on the thing, though. You did
No,
afterwards. You
that's what I
put your finger
said.
on
I
it.
put it halfway
Oh
over.
yeah.
And so whenever I looked at it, I realized I would look and see the original fingerprint still there. The previous owners of this house, from my understanding, practiced witchcraft and worshipped Satan. So it just,
Wow.
that could probably explain a couple things.
It's like that. It's like the fact you live in the Phasmophobia house. It's
Yeah,
like there's like a pentagram in downstairs.
yeah. Dude, that reminds me. My sister, me and my dad went out to the store. This happened fairly recently. Me and my dad were out at the store, and my sister was home alone. And when we came home, she was at the front door. like right when we got there. And she's like, "Oh, you
Yeah.
guys were gone?" It's like I was calling for you the whole time, and she said that she heard a sneeze come from my room. She's like,
Oh.
"That's it's not just me." I saw that and I got happy. I'm like, I'm not crazy. It's not just me.
You're still crazy,
Yeah.
but it's
My
not just
sister said she also heard footsteps, which I've heard footsteps in this house too.
I I hear things sometimes. I
Yeah.
don't know. I hear a lot of things that just I'm like, oh, what
I
was
just
that?
casually changed the whole topic of the podcast.
Yeah, the podcast went from happy, happy, happy to
Ah, 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 ah.
we went to the same. Okay, what was the other story? You have to.
I don't know if I actually should tell it.
Is it inappropriate? Like,
It's not inappropriate. It's just I
if you're not
it didn't
okay
hurt
telling it,
me.
that's
It's
fine.
just it's violent and it's just I don't know if people will view me as like a nice person. Like
I
I don't
mean,
well,
my opinion of
it
you won't
involves with
change.
one of our pets dying. It wasn't completely our fault, but like it was like avoidable. And I feel like if I told
Did
the
you?
story, maybe it's I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we'll just move off that topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was kind of not fun sounding.
Well, I don't
It's a
mind the
little
story.
awkward
It's
topic.
just
You don't want people on the interwebs
yeah.
going
Is
nuts
an
over something
accident that we
silly.
could have avoided, and I just feel like it's just a way we just didn't really think it could happen, and it did happen. We're like, oh, that's a possibility, but it wouldn't happen, and it happened.
God, that reminds me. There's this like I hate to be stupid at the beginning of it. There's this manor where there's a balcony on the manor where for some reason dogs, if the door is left open, like they'll just jump off the
Oh,
balcony
I
and
think
kill
I've heard of that.
themselves.
There's a bridge somewhere in I think Europe where it's like that, where people have had so many of their dogs like jump off the bridge and die because I don't know, it's something about the bridge. The way I forgot what they said. They did like experiments or whatever, see what's going on, and they chopped it up to just dogs seeing like squirrels or something and
I don't think
thinking
so
it's
because at
not so
this
high.
manor there were like it happened like 20 times with 20 different owners.
Well, I'm just saying like the bridge I was talking about, they summed it up to the grounds might not look that like far away for the dog, and they'd probably see a bird or something and just end up jumping off.
Yeah. How did this become like a spooky show?
I don't know.
We're talking about all this creepy stuff. I'm gonna turn off my notification sound because I don't want it to be heard on the stream. All right,
I
so
like spooky
no more
stuff.
ghosts.
It's
I do
just
love some spooky stuff,
yeah. Do
but
you
I
like
mean,
scary movies?
I would. She says yes, and then he asked her a question about Friday the 13th. I had already seen the Friday the 13th film when I watched that movie, so when
Yeah.
she said that Jason was the killer, I'm like, bitch, how stupid is you?
I've only seen the second one because I know that's the first one where Jason
Everyone
is in.
has.
I've never seen the
Yeah,
first one though, so
ghost stories are a W for real.
yeah. I've got more, but I'm some of them get a little bit more crazy on the crazy side. Not like something like an actual ghost, but like it's just more of like it could just be chopped up to something else, and I feel like I might be
Wanna?
too crazy.
I, I'll tell you. I'll tell you a story that we have. We've had some. So my parents, we used to live at this like nice brick house, in like the suburbs.
Already haunted.
I was like, I was 2 years old when they went there. When my grandfather bought the house, the person who owned it previously said that the previous couple who bought the house,
Hmm.
they were like madly in love, like newlyweds. They go in there, They live in the house for like 2 years. One of them ends up killing the other one.
Yeah.
Like the second they moved there, the relationship completely fell apart. Like they immediately lost all love for each other, right?
Yeah. What was
So,
it like
anyways, my
the
grandfather.
haunt? Was it like the fucking Conjuring house or something? Where'd you live?
I'm not. I don't even have any memories of this house, but I'm not finished. It gets worse.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
my dad lived there for a large portion of his life.
Hmm.
When my dad and my mom met, I eventually would temporarily move into this house. And during this time, two things happened. One, my dad was sitting on the patio and he heard the dog Hank. He's dead now, rest his soul. But
Poor dog.
he started barking at like nothing, and Hank
Yeah.
he wasn't like that. He didn't bark unless there was something there, and he was extremely like he was like half golden retriever, half German shepherd, and he was
So he's probably a
fucking
nice
beast.
dog.
Really, really good dog. He was
Yeah.
not very nice though. He was all
Oh.
business. But he starts barking at nothing, and my dad's like trying to get him to shut up, and he won't. And
Shut
all of a
up,
sudden,
boy.
my dad hears like talking, and he says that what they were saying is like, wait, like how can he see us or something like that?
Yeah.
Like how are they? He said the person said something like, how does it see us or how can it hear us or something like that, right?
That's creepy.
My mom moves in with my dad, and I obviously subsequently move in with him, and because he's not really my biological father, but that's
Yeah.
not the point. But we move in. My mother has been there for a couple days. She gets up and she says she sees a like 8 foot tall black shadow figure just standing in the corner, and she immediately runs back to the bedroom, wakes up my dad. He goes in there.
My eyes are
Nothing there.
watering.
Okay. Next night, they decide to kick Hank out of the bedroom because they're tired of sleeping with a dog in there,
Yeah.
right? They lock the door. They said, my dad said he cried all night long, and Hank never did that. Never. He didn't cry. He would get hurt and he wouldn't say a thing. He hurt his ankle really bad when he was old. Didn't even yelp.
Well,
He said he cried all night long.
would he cry
They
if
said-
he's locked up somewhere? Because maybe
No, he wasn't
he's
locked
up.
anywhere. They just locked him out of the bedroom.
Yeah,
the
maybe
whole rest of the house.
maybe that's why he's crying.
Well, that's not the weirdest part. He never left the area. Once they went to bed, he never left from the door area.
Yeah, maybe.
And he had
what's in-
pooped and peed and whatnot. But it gets even weirder. Later, a few nights later, my dad is walking to the bathroom, he says, and he hears someone say hello, like directly in his ear.
Yeah.
He immediately turns around and thinks it's my mom. She's not there. He gets up, he goes to see if she's awake. She's not. He wakes her up, tells her about it. And then they both get up, and my dad is, kind of getting sick and tired of this shit. So he says, he looks at, we have a little stove timer, and he looks at it and he says, if there's something in here, set it off. Ding! And he just stares at my mom, and they're like,
This
what?
I'm not accusing you of anything, but this story
not-
sounds
Not my story. Not my
sounds.
story.
Your dad was
My
probably
dad,
trying to spook
my
you.
dad does not lie. Like seriously, if you lie to him, he gets pissed.
Well,
he-
how would
lying
you
is not his
know
thing.
he doesn't lie?
True. Well, he doesn't like other people lying, and he has got
Yeah.
a reputation of being like the most honest Bob.
Yeah.
He then tells it to not mess with it. Nothing happens with it. It's fine. He tells it to set it off. It sets off. He does this for a while. Then he walks to the bedroom. I do have one thing that could explain this, by the way, at the end. He
Alright.
starts walking, and he can hear footsteps. Every time he takes a step, he can hear a step, like, right behind him. Ultimately, they eventually give up and go to bed. We moved out, subsequently.
Yeah.
Still not finished with the story.
Didn't you say
My
the
sister-
house was like in poor condition though?
Yeah, it was awful condition, and there's
Okay.
actually something that could add to it. They leave. They leave the house fine. They shut the fridge and all that. We have to leave and move to the trailer. My aunt, who before someone bought it and when it was foreclosed, she decided to, hate to reveal the crime. She decided to break in because she
Hmm.
wanted to say goodbye to their family home. And
Yeah,
she said that every single fridge, like all the doors were taken completely off the hinges, all the food inside was completely rotten, and some of the light fixtures were busted.
that's kind of that's weird.
She also said there was no signs of anyone else breaking in.
Was she a cop?
Well, I mean, she busted a window to get in there. She looked, there was no
Yeah.
other windows busted. Anyways, the basement was built on limestone, which, if you know anything about limestone, is it can cause hallucinations.
Oh,
Another problem with that, though, is the likelihood of a shared hallucination is like zero.
yeah,
It's very uncommon, but if two people are actively on hallucinogenics and one of them reacts to something, they can ultimately trick the other person into believing it
yeah,
unknowingly.
yeah. I've heard that.
Yes, Alan, we do love hallucinations. Who doesn't love hallucinations?
I don't join. I couldn't join the stream. I tried.
It's all good.
There
I don't know. I
was
just thought that was.
I
I
so
mean,
growing up, I used to deal with like weird stuff that would happen at night. Um, I remember this one time. I used to is straight out of Phasmophobia. I would hear tapping on my window. I
ooh,
sleep on the second floor, so that's creepy. But
yeah, I said it's
there's
creepy.
this one time where I'm trying to sleep and I forgot if I heard some sort of noise. It was like I can't remember what it was. It was like some sort of whispering or something. And so I was freaking out. And I was sitting there and I used to have so I have this shelf on my wall. It used to have Roblox figurines all lined up. And
I used to have one of those.
I hear this little rattling sound coming from the shelf and I look up and the all the things were like rattling back and forth. It's so freaky. That
Ooh,
I creeped me out so much. But yeah, every once in a
that
while I'll
is.
just hear it stopped. I don't know why, but for a while I could just hear a tapping on my window. It'd go like tap 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 and stop. Or like tap tap tap. It was
Ooh,
so creepy.
that is pretty creepy. For a few months, uh, well, not for a few months, but one day I went to the bathroom, came out, and my dad's like, "Man, you locked the bathroom door when you shut it." I'm like, "No, I didn't." He unlocks it with the key and whatnot. No, I'd rather you not tell your story. He unlocks it with the key, goes in. He makes sure it doesn't get locked.
Hmm.
5 minutes later, I go to the bathroom, and the door's locked.
Yeah,
We fiddle with it, and it keeps locking itself.
our
I go
garage
to
door
bed,
kept
and that
locking itself on the outside.
hmm, we we I go to bed, and my dad and sister get an EMF reader on their phone, and the whole house reads a normal level except for the laundry room
On
where
our
the bathroom door
phone?
is. Yeah, I know.
Phone won't
He
do shit.
tested it.
That
Yes,
no.
he tested it on a magnet.
It's a phone. Phones don't, they don't, what kind of phone does he have? Like, is it made by some like mechanical company? Like, why is phones don't pick up signal? They
I
don't do that.
I need 1 second.
That's
I will be right
it's
back.
like those, okay. But
I
like,
I think
it's,
something bad happened.
it's like one of those thermal camera apps. Like, oh, you can see thermal imagery from your phone.
I do have to go. Let me see what's going on.
Okay.
I'll tell you when I get back. I think it's interesting.
Googled it. It says, some phones most phones have magnetic field sensors that can detect the
Oh,
Earth's magnetic field, but they're not designed for complex stuff. So, like apps,
yeah.
if there was an app, it wouldn't be at all reliable. Or
Here's the problem. He has a magnet, a very very strong magnet, and he put it up to the magnet, and it read like a super high number. We then got
yeah,
an average of what it said, and around the house the average was like 50. Bathroom like 200. The magnet was like 1,000 or whatever. But I don't know. I don't know how accurate it is, but it's just a little thing to mention.
I, I mean, I'm not like trying to disprove you. I'm just like throwing out
I
other
know.
possibilities. And
Well, that's why I mentioned the limestone with the one place and whatnot. But
yeah,
I'm just saying,
I was throwing out like it might just be some one of
yeah,
those
it might not be
cheap
perfectly
apps that are
accurate.
trying to lie to you. They can go. You know?
The problem is he downloaded multiple and they all consistently gave him the same results. And he
Really?
even pulled out other phones. Yeah, I think he ended up using 3 different phones and they all gave almost identical
Well, I
results.
mean, that's
But I mean, at the
that's
same
something.
time, there could just be like one of the beams has a lot of
Did you say it was
buildup
your?
of something.
Didn't you say it was your like laundry room?
Yeah, laundry room.
It could just be some machinery, some sort of
See, that's the problem. He put it
thing.
up to the dryer and it went down. He puts it up to the door, it goes up.
I don't know.
But
Yeah, I
either
don't
way,
really
I
know.
mean, there could be an explanation. There could be an explanation for the lock too. I mean, they both stopped happening,
Dude,
so I don't know.
my garage door stopped doing it, but for a while it would just randomly lock. That was super creepy, and it randomly stopped too.
All right,
But
I do think we should maybe get off this topic
yeah, before all the viewers just leave.
before they all decide that we're both so deranged. So I'm going to uh, grab the book and we're gonna play Who Said It. And Alan, if you're still there, if you want, you can write a guess in the chat when I say the line. I don't know if he's still there. Yeah, my bathroom's right next to the laundry room, Alan.
Why is he
Just so you know.
asking?
It's just a notebook. All right, so we're gonna play a game called Who Said It. I'm gonna
Does
pull
it say Death Note on
a.
the front?
I wish. Uh, I'm gonna pull a card. It's
You
gonna have
write
a
my
quote.
name in there.
No, what? As a gift. I'm gonna read it and we're gonna guess who said it. Alan, you can play along with this. I don't know the answers. The thing we have to fear is fear itself. Shit, I know this one.
That I've heard it
The thing
before.
we have to fear is fear itself, which is super deep. I feel
I
like
isn't that
ultra philosopher.
wasn't that one of the presidents that said that?
Yeah, I think it is a
I
president.
don't know the president's names. I just isn't it like wasn't it like someone like George or something like some George name? I can't remember their names.
I'm gonna sing. I think it's Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah, yeah, it was Roosevelt, I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to.
Let's Google that.
Alan, do you have a guess? I think it's Teddy Roosevelt. I'm pretty sure it's Teddy Roosevelt. He hasn't got the slightest clue. All right, well, look. Oh, I was so close. It is his relative Franklin D. Roosevelt.
Yeah.
I knew it was a Roosevelt.
I do
Well, I
too.
was right about the family.
Reminds me of the Family Guy meme, the Family Guy cutaway, where it's the Kennedy family reunion, and there's just like one guy there. And he's like, "All right, I can't wait for everyone to show up." Oh wait, they're all dead. Oh, and it shows him getting shot and killed.
Oh my God, no, that's awful, but kind of funny in a way. Okay, okay. So, next topic, I'm gonna go. What are some things that when you see or hear just brings you a wave of nostalgia?
Um, I'm gonna go with that's the sound effect in Little Big Planet. When you unlock a little achievement, they call them pins. It would be a sound of a paint can like shaking and then spraying, and it's like I don't know, but it's I've heard it pop up in videos here and there, like rarely, but I've heard it before, and it's like, oh my God, dude, like that sends me back so
For me,
much.
one of the, I mean, I'm not just saying this in particular, but one of the things that brings me nostalgia is this Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that played.
Hmm.
Every now and then, I'll see like something relating to it, and I'll just like, because back when I was little, we had cable TV,
Hmm.
like the cables and whatnot, and there
Yeah,
was the Nickelodeon channel, and that shit just played 24/7, like constantly. And
yeah,
now, anytime I like even see Ninja Turtles, I just think back on that show, and I'm like, oh, so awesome. Which one?
yeah.
Have you ever watched? Uh, Have you ever watched the password to his Roblox account? Have you ever watched Walk the Prank that was on Nick XD or whatever? Disney
I
XD.
I remember hearing about it. I never really watched a lot. I only watched like Phineas and Ferb and like SpongeBob and all the main stuff that they had. That is it basically.
Yeah.
I remember when I was really little, I'd watch like Jake and the Neverland Pirates and stuff.
My sister watched that when she was little.
I remember my sister would watch Sophia the First. That one's
Oh my
nostalgic
god,
for
my
me.
sister watched that one too. Sophia the first.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember the song. Something about like a little girl in a
Trying to
village.
see what it's all about.
Yeah, something like that. I remember. I can actually sadly remember like one episode like
Or Doc
perfectly.
McStuffins. I remember watching that.
Oh my god, my sister loved that show
But
when she
something my
was
sister
little.
and I would watch all the time. I'd watch this with my friend because my friend's sister would also watch it. Is uh the Barbie's Dream House or whatever.
No, what? I've never even seen that. But the Dr. Stuffins the one that I always get reminded of is the one with the alien which has his heart in his foot.
I don't I don't remember that one. I remember there's the weird stuffed
It
animals in that show.
it reminds me of that because one time at a doctor's appointment they did the thing where they hit your knees and I have like I don't know if I told you but my nerves don't work quite well for some reason probably because
They're
of that experience.
burned in the Great War.
Because of it, my reflexes when they hit my knees didn't work. And because of that, I thought it would be funny to whatever knee she hit to put the opposite up. And I do it. And she just looks at me like, "Are you serious right now?" I'm like, I was like 4 years. I was like maybe 8, 7 years old, so it was hysterical to me.
Yeah.
The doctor's face though was like, really,
Are you
really,
being
man?
intentionally dense?
Are you being intentionally dense? Oh. Okay, so moving on to one of the, I have like, there's only two topics left because I've had to stretch them quite a lot.
Yeah.
But what is a new food that you've recently tried, if at all?
Um, I
Or just like a go-to food that you always eat?
a go-to that I love is sushi. I love sushi so much.
I've never had sushi.
It's probably not good where you live because you live in the South and
I've never had it.
you don't
I've
live
had
anywhere
Chinese
near
food.
the ocean, so you're probably
No.
only gonna get bad sushi. But
I've had Chinese food. I love to like eat
Chinese
the
food is
buffet at the
amazing.
Chinese food. This ooh,
Orange chicken is my
wang on
favorite.
got wang on got great chicken, great chicken.
Chow
The
mein,
pizza, very good, very good.
number 33.
The chow mein noodles. Reminds me, there was this math problem. My sister, when I was helping her in Khan Academy, it was when I read it in a Asian accent. I'll re-say it in an Asian accent in a second. It said Wang Yang owed the bank $8,500 after 12 months. Wang Yang only owed the bank $6,500. How quickly will he pay off the debt? But I completely immediately read it as Wang Yang owe bank $8,500. After 12 months, Wang Yang only owe bank $6,500. After how long? How much will Wang Yang owe? Like, and my sister just looks at me like, really, man?
We're gonna let you not drive for a while.
You have lost your driver's permit.
Yeah.
There was the handsome Jack one too. It's like to buy the diamond pony. It's how large could the diamond pony be for X amount of blah blah blah. It was like the cost of diamonds is blah 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 for and for X how many diamonds could he buy with this much money? It's like
I remember
so stupid.
there's this one like website I used to use in my other high school I went to. It was
Mm-hmm.
called No Red Ink. I hated
Mm-hmm.
doing it because it wasn't hard or difficult. It was just like tedious and annoying. But you type in your favorite characters from video games or whatever, and it'll make the problems with the characters' names in it. And so it'd be like Wheatleaf from Portal or like Krieg or Handsome Jack. It's so weird. Like John Cena is like going to the supermarket or whatever, and you'd have to fix like the punctuation and stuff.
That's funny.
It was weird. It was really weird.
I feel like that would be hysterical.
Yeah, it's like Darth Vader and John Cena are going to an ice cream shop or something, and like, yeah, his stuff like that is so random and weird.
That's awesome. I've never used Kahoot because we don't go to a real school.
Kahoot's fun too.
I've never played Kahoot.
It's out honestly actually, and if it's not an educational Kahoot, it's actually really fun. Have a bunch of people in there and like see if you can be the top 5 or whatever.
I love the music. The boom, boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom.
I couldn't have the music in my playlist because every time I would actually play Kahoot, I'd get so tired of the music, and so if I had it in my playlist, it'd make it worse every time I played it. Every time I'd play, I'd go like, no, I don't want the music. I've heard it a million times.
The Kahoot without me.
Yeah.
Could we set up a Kahoot server and do that sometime? Okay.
Yeah, if you want.
We should do that sometime.
It will work, I'm pretty sure.
If we ever become super famous, we should do that for our like community streams. We just set up a Kahoot of just like random non shit.
Well, I mean, if your fans are relatively active,
Yeah.
we could do it like right now, almost. You could just schedule a live stream on like YouTube or whatever, and like stream from your computer, and me and you can both play like from some other device.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
I don't think they're that active right now. I'd have to gather them and maybe like a little bit in advance, but
Blow the war horn of Mr. Fantastic.
the MFers, as my sister likes to call them.
Samuel L. Jackson arrives.
You know how they refer? Some people like will refer to their people as like like some of their name. Like I watched this guy, he was like,
I guess,
Cherry something, and he was like, "Hey, cherries," but my sister's like, "You should call them the MFers."
Corey Kenshin Samurai.
Hey, MFers.
I don't know.
Yeah, people give them the pet names for their PRs. I'm just like, yo, what up, MFers?
My neighbors.
Yo, what up, my neighbors? Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, what else is there?
There's only
Not
one.
that I want this over, but
Yeah, we're moving on to the next topic. The next topic is what music? What music have you recently found and whatnot?
I haven't found any new genres, but I've been recently listening to a lot of Slipknot.
Oh, Slipknot's okay. I need to listen to more Slipknot. I actually found one. I don't know how much you like
Some of their songs are okay, but some of their songs are pretty good. A lot of them are.
I don't know how much you like dubstep, but
I love dubstep.
me too. But I know you like the Revenant from Apex Legends, right?
Yeah.
There's this song that right before the beat drop, it goes, "You've all been marked for death," and then it just
Yeah.
it's just like, oh my god. At some
I
point,
love the Skrillex's
yeah.
the stay and it's like
Later in the my favorite part is when they start screaming.
that's the static. Now you've got me wanting to play Apex.
I'm gonna send you the song for later. It's by
Should
Bella
we start
Hughes.
playing Apex again sometime or no?
We should. We really should.
I remember we had fun playing it before.
It's by Bella Hughes, which I feel like it's got to be like the only female like dubstep musician, right? I'm like, I'm a
Maybe,
guy
I
who
don't
listens
know.
to quite a lot of
They
dubstep.
could all be robots for all I know.
Yeah, I know Skillworks is a real guy because I've seen him before. Not obviously not in person,
Skrillex,
but
yeah.
I'm like, hey pal, how you doing? He changes.
Final Apex. What is this?
What? What's a Final
It's like
Apex?
it's like it's a game. There's a free demo. It's normally like $10. It looks like an okay.
Mm.
Looks like a very cheaply made racing game. It
When you
looks
say it,
like it
I'm gonna see if I
could be
can find
fun,
the cover, and I'm just
but
gonna just pop it up on the screen.
Cornholio. I need tippy TP for my bunghole.
I
That's
am
that's the
Cornelio. I need TP
that's
for my
that's
dungle.
that's the first review I have ever seen.
That's from Beavis and Butthead.
I know.
Cornholio, I need TP for my
Right?
dungle.
Now I want to play Gmod. Now I want to play Prop Hunt with you.
Oh wait, yeah, isn't there a sound effect for that?
Yes,
I remember the one time I
that's one of
was.
the taunts.
I remember the one time after I heard it, I just started speaking like that for the rest of the match. One thing I did recently is I decided to listen to the entire Mathers LP. It was overall shitty, but there was a
Yeah.
couple okay songs. Cause Shady will fucking kill you. I
Fucking
just
kill you.
love
It's
so
funny.
funny.
One time I was listening to it. I'm like, my sister's name is Katie. You could probably just fit her name in there. Because Katie will fucking kill you.
Good. I, I found a funny thing you could do is there's a spot in each one of his songs from a particular album that you could just start a different song from that album.
Really?
Yeah, pretty much. And I actually did it on my phone and I deleted it because I got a new phone and it kind of got lost in transition, but it was really
Thanos
funny.
snapped away.
Yeah, it was so funny because it would just switch to a different song. You're like, what the fuck just happened? But uh, yeah. The weirdest thing about his albums to me is there's a lot of skits in them, which I love. I think
Yeah,
some of them are just fucking weird.
Key and
Though.
Peele.
Yeah, Key and Peele. Whew. I love that show. The
You
one,
said that right. I was looking at one of the GTA covers, and I'm like, whoa.
but the Kenneth Kniff from Connecticut, that's got to be one of his weirder ones. All the Kenneth Kniff stuff is so weird. I don't even know what the fuck it is. In fact, in one song he goes, Kenneth Kniff, trying to lure your kids.
Oh my god, dude, look. I'm saying look as if you could see.
I can see it.
The
Don't worry.
Assassin's Creed Origins Gold Edition is on sale for $10. Oh, just because I'm a Game Pass member. But still, it's 90% off. That's a steal. That's a Jew deal right there
Hey,
that I want
hey!
to steal.
If you're watching it right now, he just told you buy that.
It's a Jew.
You owe us money.
It's one of those Jew deals you need to
Yeah,
get.
if you buy that, you owe us because we told you about it. You owe
You like
us.
what I called it though?
Yeah, the Jew deal, because they love money or whatever.
Yeah.
I just got an achievement in Roblox because I put up a black screen Roblox game so that there wouldn't be a background. And it just gave me an achievement for playing a game for an hour.
I'm playing Burnout Paradise. I'm just driving around.
I drive. There's something about you. Well, speaking of the new release games, because I look at the thing there's on the new release games, I am so excited for the new Doom game. Like, I am
There's
so
a new
pumped.
controller and stuff coming out with that too.
So excited to play that game. It should be on Game Pass.
It's like ends up being the worst game you've ever played.
Well, the other two Dooms I would give like a super high rating. Like
Yeah.
Doom Eternal and Doom
Knowing you,
2016.
yeah.
I love those games. I can play them all day.
Oh.
And watching Markiplier play the game was like one of those things that I feel like that's one of those things that like is important. Like that's one of the things that like I love Doom so much because of that. Like that kind of solidified my love for Doom. I had never played Doom before. I watched Markiplier play it.
Somewhat agree with you on
And
that because I saw Dane TDM and Jacksepticeye play Little Big Planet,
Oh, it.
and that like made it better.
To be honest, I mean, I was not, I was only like I don't know, 7, 8. I don't know how old I was when Markiplier started crying about the thing. I've got to admit, I was like so sad. It was like so sad. I'm like,
Wasn't that video not too long ago? Wasn't that like 3 years ago?
yeah, that's why I stopped the lie about me being really young. To be honest,
Yeah,
man,
I was about
okay,
to
it was
say,
sad, all
like,
right?
I don't think it was that long ago.
That's why I gave up on that lie. Look, man, it's a little embarrassing, but it was so sad. Come on, man. Markiplier is like one of those, like, almost
Hey,
like you
I
idolize him.
I get sad from Forrest Gump all the time.
Forrest Gump! Oh, yeah, okay, I can see that, actually. My dad compared us to Forrest Gump yesterday. He said that I'm Forrest Gump and you're Bubba. You're the
Shrimp.
slightly more stupid one.
Hey, shrimp.
He's like, Ray's like, what are we gonna do, Forrest? You're like, and he's so stupid. He's also compared us to Beavis and Butthead before. But
Yeah, me and my dad has called me compared me to that with some other friends.
I feel like I'm Beavis for sure.
This is full on retarded, dude.
And he's so fucking funny though.
I know. He doesn't.
He just does
It's like
stupid shit.
he doesn't even have like any emotions at all.
He just does stupid shit. Like he just destroys stuff and he gets hurt and he's just fine. Okay.
I love the part when they steal a cop car.
One of my favorite ones is I forget. There's so many that are so funny. They get like stuck in the lake. The one where he this guy says he's gonna beat up Beavis, so Butthead steals a bunch of football gear and puts it on Beavis and like pretends to train him.
I remember the part when they come across the nudists.
Oh God. 1 second. Okay, so I do one Markiplier's videos. Some of them, like really, some of the games I play are like almost 100% off of just Markiplier played it, and it just like
Of course it is.
it's just like I grew up watching him play those games, and like when you play the game after watching Markiplier play it, it's just not quite as fun as it is to just watch him play it. I once
It depends.
when I
Phasmophobia. I've had more
yeah.
fun playing
The
Phasmophobia than watching
second
him do it.
time I completed Doom Eternal, I watched Markiplier play it as I watched it. Like I played it
You watched
and
yourself play it?
no, I I had him in my ear. Like I was listening to him play it as I
You
watched it, and my
can you
goal.
bring him to my house?
Shut up before I hate you. So that like I can actually hate you. But I listened to him play it, and I tried to keep up with him. Like I wanted to not get ahead or behind him. Like I'm like trying my very best to keep up with him.
Yeah.
I I'm pretty decent at speedrunning. I completed the game in a pretty quickly. There's supposed to be like
Yeah.
8 hours of gameplay, and I completed it like 6.
Oh.
What?
You sound like the Queen from Little Big Planet.
Sorry, I just don't know that. I'm gonna. I one day maybe I'll play those games.
Message from Bill Wilson. That could be either Alan or his sister.
I hope it's not his little sister. 'Cause
Okay,
that's probably him.
how do I turn VODs on Twitch?
Don't know.
That's Alan. I don't fucking know. Why would I know? I don't even know what that is. What is a VOD?
Video on demand.
Oh.
I don't know.
I
It's a fucking guess.
still don't know.
It's a fucking guess, to be honest. Okay,
I still don't know.
I feel for episode 1, I feel like this is a good length.
Yeah.
I clearly didn't get enough segments because we kind of ran out of segments pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So, before we go, once again, the MF Gamer, Ray of Jingboy 7.
Hello.
These videos.
Salway.
These. Sorry. We're gonna try to do the podcast once, not literally every weekend, but they'll only be posted Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On YouTube, they may be posted a day late, so you might see them sometimes on Monday posted. But just watch out on Twitch. We'll be doing it on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'd like to
Check my
you.
Twitch out. I also might stream it too. I also stream other shit too, so
Yeah.
Just self-promoting right now.
Self-promotion. Yeah, it will still be on Twitch for a little bit. I don't know for how long they keep my videos up, but they do keep it up for a little bit. This will also be posted to SoundCloud, if you can fucking find SoundCloud.
Yeah, I was going to post mine to SoundCloud too.
I'll try to post it to SoundCloud. I'm not making any promises. It might get posted to SoundCloud.
It depends. They might have a file limit.
Yeah.
On the uploads.
It does say you can post podcasts there. All right, so make sure to check his channel out, my channel out. Make sure to comment on this video asking a question. It might get featured in the next one. I might answer it straight up. For sure, it will get answered. We'll either answer it in the next podcast or answer it to you straight up. This is the end of the podcast.
Or you can be delusional and answer it yourself. And that we answered it for you.
It'll get answered. Not a problem podcast. Over.